All right, welcome back. This is Integers Assignment 4. And we're just having a good time listening to some Giselda and Chill playlist by Game Chops. This guy's a rock, by the way. And if you don't know, now you know. G Pierce. Follow me on Twitter. You can check out our other gaming channel on Instagram. We do stuff. All right, well, if you're here to do some math, so let's math it up. Okay, so this is Integers Assignment 4, and we are going to get into it. It's very similar to last time. The numbers are a little bit bigger. The strategies are the same. All right. Here we go. We have find the sum. So we're adding two negative integers. This is going to be adding a negative is like subtraction. So we're moving down the number line to -7. 1b. We are going to start at 12, positive 12, and we're moving backwards down the number line towards 0. So we're going to find the difference between these two numbers. Our answer is going to be 5. The difference between 12 and 7 is 5. 12 is a bigger number, so we're going to stay on the side of the positive integers. -5 plus 9. So now we're going to find the difference between these two numbers and keep the sign of the larger number, which is 9. So this is going to be positive 4. 1d. We have 3 numbers now. So let's do the first one. We have 11, 16 minus 5. Then we plus -7. Interesting. There's a subtraction in this addition part here. -11 plus -7, so we're making it more negative by 7. We're moving, it's like subtracting 7 from 11, which is going to bring us down to 4. (1e) -19. -4 plus 19, we're going to find the difference between those two numbers. The difference is going to be 15. It'll be positive 15, so it's going to be 15. And then we're going to subtract negative, wish I could make this bigger, subtract -7. And making subtracting a negative is going to be like adding a positive, so it's going to be like 15 plus 7, which is going to be 22, positive 22. And then we're going to plus -6, right? So -7 comes there, -6. I wish I had more space for these to drop down, but that's okay. So -20, or 22 plus -6, so it's plusing a negative, adding a negative. That's like subtracting, and this is going to be 16. 1e is 16. Fox, my answer. All right. Again, a bit more space to work here. That's good. So we have 4 minus 10 plus -14 plus 11. So 4 minus 10, find the difference is 6, but it's going 6 beyond 0, 6 into the negatives. So it's going to be -6 is going to be my first answer here. And then we're going to plus -14, which is that number there. And then we can say that -6 plus -14 is going to be -20. And then we're going to come over here and add 11. -20 add 11 is going to be -9. Moving back up the number line to -9. So we're going to have -9. Oops, that's a 7. -9 as our answer. You see that? -9 right there. -9. All right. We're going over to question 2. Find the difference. Most of these are subtraction. I might have thrown a... Nope, all subtraction. 9 minus 7. -9 minus 7. So when we are subtracting a positive, we move down the number line. So we're going to add these two numbers together. -9 minus 7 is equal to -16. Box my answer. B, -5 minus -8. So this is an interesting one where it's like we're adding 8. And then you find the difference and keep the value of the larger number. But in this case, it's not changing anything. We're going to find the difference, but understand we've gone past the number line there. We're going past the number line. So we're going to be going, let's do this one, past the number line, and the answer is going to be 3. Positive 3. C. 2C. So we have 2 minus -10. This is going to be 12. Minus negative is like adding a positive, and then we're going to subtract -1. Subtract -1, and that's going to be 13. Our answer will be 13. Positive 13. So we're going to go over to 2D. 11 minus -6 minus 13. Minus a negative is like adding a positive. Adding 6 here. We're moving 6 up the number line, so this is going to be 17 minus 13, and that will be 4. I erased my answer. 4. 2E. 4 steps here. Step number 1. We're going to go minus a negative, so this is going to be 18. And then we're going to subtract -8. And 18 subtract a negative, moving further into our positive, right? Subtracting negative, less negative. So it's going to be 26. And then we'll bring our last 14 over and say subtract a positive 14. And that's going to bring us back down to 12. Our answer will be 12. 18 plus 8 is 26. 26 minus 14 is 12. Looks good to me. Write my answer equals 12. Next one, 14 minus 25 minus -37 minus 8. Okay, the difference between 14 and 25 is 11. And it's gone 11 past down below 0, -11. And we're going to minus -37. So now, negative, subtract a negative, we're moving back up the number line to become more positive, less negative, more positive. So it's going to be finding the difference. So 37 minus 10 is 27, minus 1 is 26. So this is going to be positive 26 minus the last number, 8. And 26 minus 8 is going to be 18. Equals 18. Okay. Find the product. Get into some multiplication now. Remember, multiplication is not harder than adding and subtracting. You can just use your regular strategies and then figure out if there's an odd or even number of negative symbols. So we're going to go -2 times 14. So this is 28. 2 times 14 is 28. Now there's one negative symbol, so it's negative times a positive. That's going to equal negative. Simple as that. 3b. 16 times 6. So 16, let's break this apart. 16 times 10, or 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 6 is 36. 60 plus 36 is going to be 96. And we have a negative because we have negative times a positive. 5 times 12, break it apart. 5 times 10, it's going to be 50. 5 times 2, 10. 50 plus 10 will be 60. And it's a negative times a positive. It is a negative 60 is our answer. 3D, let's break this one apart. Single digit by double digit. 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 3 is 21. 70 plus 21 is 91. And it's a negative 91 because it's a negative times a positive again. All right, 13 times 11. So there's a couple ways to do this. 13 times 11. Because 11 is an easy number to work with, just skip count past 10, I would go 13 times 10, 130. One more group of 13. 13 times 1, 13. And then I would add those two numbers. So 130 plus 13 is equal to 141. And it's a positive 141 because it's a negative times a negative. Wait. 143. Because it's 13, not 11. 143, sorry. All right. 30 plus 13 more. Yeah, 143. 18 times 18. All right, so this one, to do it mentally, you can break it into pieces. 18 times 10, and then 18 times 8. So you could think of it as 180 plus 80 plus 64. What's 80 plus 64? That's 124. 180 plus 124. Oh, excuse me. 180 plus 124 is going to be 280 plus 24. 304. .304. Well, I did that mentally, so I'm kind of like wanting to check that. So 3F. 324. All right, got to do my math here. 1818. So 8 times 8 is 64. 6. 8 times 1 is 8. 2, 4. 8 times 1 is 8. Oh. 144. 0, 1. 8, 0. 0. 144. 180. I'm like spacing out here. 180. And we have 4. We have 4. 2. Carry the 1, 3. Oh my gosh. All right. That took way longer than I thought it would. Oh. It's getting too late for these. All right. It is 3:24. My mental math did not serve me well here. I missed grouping in my strategies. 3:24. Calculators are nice. All right. Find the quotient. 28. Positive 28 divided by 7 is going to be equal to negative 4. Negative 66 divided by positive 6 is going to be equal to 11, and it's a negative 11 because it's a negative divided by a positive. We have 40 divided by negative 8, so this is going to be 40 divided by 8. 40 divided by 8 is going to be 5, and then it'll be negative 5 because it's a negative and a positive that don't matching symbols. Now we have 2 negatives, so this is going to be a positive answer. 12 and 72. 72 divided by 12 is going to be 6. The answer is 6. 540 divided by negative 20. 5, let's say 5 for every 100. 25, 26, 27. 20 goes into 500. 27. 27, and is negative 27 because it is a positive number. So 20 goes into 100 5 times. 5 groups of 100, so that's 25 groups of 20, and then 2 extra because it's 540. Okay, 364 divided by 13. Okay, let's see. If I'm 13 goes into 130 10 times, 260 20 times, 390 30 times, but it's not 30. 390, 90 subtract 64. It's gonna be 26. So it's 2 less than 30. 28 times equals 28. 364 divided by 13 is 28. Negative divided by negative is a positive. Let's check my answer there. Is that 4F? 4F 28. All right. Way to go, mental math. Worked out there. All right. Solve 18 times negative 5. 18 times negative 5. 20 times 5 is 100. 18 times 5 is going to be 90. And it's going to be negative 90 because it's a negative times a positive. 5B. 5B. 5 times 3. Negative 5 times 3 is going to be negative 15. I'm just going to rewrite that. Negative 15. And then negative 15 times 5. This next step here is going to be 50, 75, negative 75. My answer is negative 75. Box my answer. Division. This is a division looking like a fraction symbol here. We could simplify and then solve, or we can just solve it. 32 and 8, that's 4. And then negative divided by negative, that's a positive. So answer is 4. Let's check out our next chunk here. 70 divided by negative 5, and that's going to equal 75 is 15. 70 is going to be 14. It's going to be negative 14 because it is a positive divided by negative. All right, couple steps here for these ones. We got a few steps to go through. We have 5 times 3. This is going to be negative 15 again. And then we're going to times 2. And then negative 15 is going to be negative 30. Negative 30 times 6. And that's going to be 180 and negative 180 because it's negative times positive. This is going to equal to negative 180, negative 180. And I'm going to box that because that's my answer. Next one, 4 times negative 9. 4 times negative 9. Negative 36. Times 2 is going to be 72. Negative 72. And then times 5, negative 5 times negative 5, negative 72 times 5. Now, what's the best way to do this here? All right, well, 7 times 5 is 35, 350. 7 times 2, 5 times 2 is 10, 350 plus 10 is 360. 360 is my answer, equals 360. Answer positive because the last 2 are negative times a negative, or if you look at the whole question, there's 1, 2, an even number of negatives within the question. All right. The elevation of Mount Everest is 29,028 feet. The elevation of the Dead Sea is negative 485 feet at sea level. What is the difference in elevation? So we want to go from negative 485 over here all the way over here to the top of Mount Everest at 29,028 feet, and 0 is going to be way over here. This is going to be 0. So we're looking at the total distance from there to there. And we're going to find that by adding these two numbers together. So I'm just going to get rid of this line. And I'm going to write this 485 right there, plus. And so that's going to be 13, carry the 1, and that's going to be 11, carry the 1, that's going to be 5, and then that's going to be 29. 29,513. Yeah. That's my answer. 29,513 is our answer to the difference in elevation. A scuba diver. So he's at, there's 0. And we go down to 96, negative 96 feet. And then we go up 49 feet up. So we add 49 in a positive direction. So this is going to be like negative 96 plus 49. And what does our answer? If we were to add 50 or take away 50, it would be 46, but we're taking away, it's going to be 47 equals 40, so it equals negative negative 47. So he is still underwater, 47 feet underwater. That's it. We're done. The math sheet is over. It's exciting. Isn't that exciting? We did it. Peace out.